In today's video, we're going to go over UFC Hot Takes. I have 4 of my own. I have 4 from subscribers that very kindly gave me their suggestions when I asked for them. So thank you guys for everyone that commented on my community post. If you want me to go over your hot takes, maybe in a part 2, leave them down below and I'll pick the ones that I like the most. Okay, I only picked 4 because I couldn't make the video go on for too long. Okay, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. With the first one being Shavkat Rakhmonov. So these first 4, they're all mine. It was never that good. And before you come at me and say, you're only just saying that because of the Ian Gary performance, blah, 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 blah. No. I've said it. I've said it for a long time. All right? And you can believe me, you cannot believe me. I don't really give a shit. I said in my video about why I think Ian Gary will beat Shavkat, I said, Shavkat's not a world beater. He's shown me nothing. He's shown me nothing, all right, to make me think this guy's a world beater. And whilst everyone else was hyping up this guy, this fucking killer, I was like, killer? You mean the guy that struggled to take Wonder Boy down? Oh, wait, turns out he was injured. Okay, cool. Then he struggled to take Ian Gary down. Oh, wait, no, he's injured, guys. He is good, I promise. He's just always injured. He's just always injured. All right. Convenient, isn't it? Very convenient that he's always injured whenever he has a shit performance. Maybe he's just not that good. Well, he's undefeated and he's got 18 finishes. Like, yeah, he does, but level of competition, like, come on, like, the Ian Gary fight, it was a very, very close fight. If Ian Gary would have landed 2 more significant strikes in round 2, Gary would have won that fight. It's the facts, bro. Gary would have won that fight. Shavkat landed the more damaging shots in round 2, therefore winning, in my opinion, 3 rounds to 2. Okay, I think that's a fair scoring system, scorecard. He almost got submitted. He almost got submitted by Ian Gary, who's primarily a striker. This dude's not that good, and he never has been, and he never was. It's just the facts, bro. Hot take number 1. Number 2. Alejandro Pantoja, in my opinion, is the most dominant champion and the best champion of the modern UFC era. And look, I watch Warhorse MMA. He goes on about this guy, the best champion, the best current champion. This guy's a fucking, he's dominant. He's this, he's that. And I was thinking, yeah, but it's Pantoja in it, you know, flyweights. Who cares? But he really is. If you think about it, he's the most dominant champion of the modern era. He's cleared out flyweight. Who else does he need to beat at flyweight? Literally no one. This is the only champion in the UFC currently that has cleared their division and has any like argument, any like what's the I don't know how to word it, but this dude should be moving up to fight. Like, he has the best argument to move up a weight class to fight for the belt, you know, at fucking bantamweight. But he's not doing that. He's defending his belt at flyweight. And you could say, well, maybe it's because he's scared of Merab. And maybe he doesn't want to fight Merab because Merab's a tricky matchup. But this dude is the most dominant current champion that the UFC have. He's cleared the division. He's about to lap it again. He just is. Like, and then, you know it's bad when the UFC have to bring in a fighter from another organization to try and beat him. And he submits him in round 2. Now what? Literally, now what? What's next for Pantoja? I have no idea. In my opinion, it's Manel Cap, Kai Kara France, and then the winner of that fights Pantoja. But even still, bro, like, do you see those guys beating him? Really? I fucking don't. He dominated Kai Asakura. And you can say, well, Kai Asakura, he got shown levels. from the UFC compared to Ryzen or Risen. And yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But this guy, like, the UFC had to bring someone, I'm going to say it again. They had to bring someone from a different organization to get a fresh matchup for him because he's cleared the division. He's about to lap it again. No other current champion's done that. They just haven't. Alex Pereira's not fought Ankalaev yet. John Jones hasn't fought Tom Aspinall yet. Who else is there? Fucking Islam's due to fight Sarukian. He's not cleared the fucking lightweights. Drickus hasn't. Well, none of them have. None of them have. Apart from this dude. Dominant champion. And you know what? I don't think that's much of a hot take. It's just that no one respects flyweights enough to say it. If you really think about it, it's true. But no one has the respect for flyweights to actually come out and say, this guy's the most dominant champion out of all of them. Flyweights are boring. But you know what? After his performance against Kai, newfound respect for this man. I don't think anyone beats him at flyweight. I really, really don't. Alright. Next up, Merab Dvalishvili. I think he's an entertaining fighter. Sue me. Actually fucking sue. I don't give a fuck, bro. Oh, he's boring. He just hugs and knees people in the thigh. Dude, watch the Henry Cejudo fight. Watch the Sean O'Malley fight. He takes them down, it ragdolls them and dominates them. Now, I'll admit, the Aldo fight was fucking horrendous. His performance was terrible. Same with the Piotr Jan fight. Fucking awful. Most failed takedowns ever, I'm pretty sure. Or, you know, a lot of failed takedowns. But the Henry Cejudo fight, was that not entertaining? He picked him up and walked across the octagon and slammed him in front of Mark Zuckerberg and then had a conversation with the guy. And then Sean O'Malley ragdolls him for 5 rounds. Who doesn't love to see that, bro? This dude, I enjoy watching him fight. I think his fight style is exciting. I love the cardio for Dave's fight style. Just walking forward, marching down. Doesn't stop. He's always in your face doing something. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And people say, oh, Merab's boring. Merab's boring. Nah, 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 nah. Just because you want fucking Sean O'Malley as champ. Like the fucking rainbow hair and the flashy spin kicks. Like, yeah, that's fun as well. Sean O'Malley, a great striker. He's a great striker. He's a great striker. I love to watch him. But that doesn't mean that Merab's boring just because he doesn't fight like Sean O'Malley. You know? Like, you can enjoy two different things, and Merab brings something different that Sean brings. You know? Merab brings self-respect because he wouldn't let anyone fuck his girlfriend, like fuck his missus. You know? Sean O'Malley, you're a cook. But I find Merab entertaining. I like his personality. I think he's funny. You know, he does ramble on the mic a little bit. Hey, guys, one more thing, guys. Just hold on, guys. You know, he does ramble a little bit, but he's fun to watch. And he crashed out at that press conference, which is fun to see. And I think his fight style is fun. And another hot take here, I think he beats Umar comfortably. I think he beats Umar 50-45, 49-46 at most. What's my hot take? He beats Umar comfortably, and he's an exciting fighter to watch. I don't give a fuck. And this kind of, my next one as well, same sort of thing. I like the Dagestani wrestlers. I like them. I like the Dagestanis. What can I say? I love them. I think their wrestling style is so fun to watch because it's pure. It's like an anaconda that wraps around its prey, and its prey just can't do anything. It's like you are the most vulnerable when you're wrestling a Dagestani because they don't give you an inch of room. And you can lump Hamzat in there. I know he's not a Dagestani. He's got a similar fight. He's got a similar wrestling style. He trained with Khabib and Islam when he first was in the UFC. He's got that same wrestling style, so you can lump him in with this crowd. I love that style of wrestling. I don't give a fuck. I enjoy watching it. Well, you enjoy crotch sniffing? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. Sue me. Like, I don't give a fuck. I think Merab's fun. I think the Dagestanis are fun. I enjoy watching them. And not just Islam. Not just Islam. I enjoy watching all the Dagestanis to an extent. Sharabullet's a bit different because he doesn't crotch sniff. He is a great striker, so he's fun to see. But I mean, like, even like the Dagestani wrestlers, I enjoy watching that style of wrestling. The crotch sniffing style. I think it's fun. It's complete domination. The opponent can't get anything off. Once they get you down, you're down, and that's it. It's complete and utter, like, vulnerability. Like, you're so vulnerable wrestling these guys. I think it's entertaining. I do. Fucking cry about it. Like, but I want to see a knockout. Cry about it, bro. This is entertaining stuff. Islam, you've got Chimaev, you've got Umar. Ankalaev's a bit different. I don't like Ankalaev. I think he's boring. I do. But the rest of them, great. Fine by me. Carry on doing what you're doing. Carry on dominating these guys on the ground. It's fun to see, and it's fun to see people get mad, bro. So many people online, oh, it's fucking boring. You can't even fucking, oh, you've got a crotch sniff to win. Like, no, they're just doing the fight style, bro. Like, cry about it some more. So just go over my hot takes. I think Shavkat was never that good. I said it before the Ian Gary fight, and I stand by it now. That's why I picked Ian Gary to win. Because I didn't see what people saw in this guy, and the Ian Gary fight kind of proved it to me. That, yeah, Shavkat won, but he was never that good. Because everyone was going into this fight saying Shavkat by murder, Shavkat by whatever he wants, and it wasn't the case. This guy is the most dominant champion in the current UFC era. He's probably the best champion in this current UFC era because he doesn't duck anyone. He takes on every contender that he can, more than once if he needs to, and he laps them all completely. Merab's fun to watch. I enjoy his fight style. I think his fight style is very entertaining. The way he just comes forward with relentless pressure, I like it. And he ragdolled Henry, he ragdolled Sean. It was a great fucking watch, and he's going to comfortably beat Umar Nurmagomedov at the very, very least 49-46, but I think it's going to be 50-45. And then I like the Dagestani wrestlers. I think they're entertaining. I like their style of Dagestani wrestling. Now, onto the subscriber picks. So these aren't mine. I might not agree with all of them, but I'm going to go over them nonetheless. Khamzat Chimaev beats any heavyweight outside the top 5. Do I think this? I don't know. If you look at it from a skill standpoint, Khamzat is undeniably more skilled than the heavyweights outside of the top 5. I mean, you've got Jailton Almeida, that's a great wrestler. He's a good wrestler. But the rest of them, I mean, I know we all joke, but Shamil, Tybura, like, who else really is there in that outside the top 5 range that are actually good technically? But then it comes onto the case of, like, the size. Like, these guys are big dudes. Is Khamzat that strong? Again, maybe. He walks around heavy, bro. Like, he could barely make weight to middleweight. Like, in his last fight against Robert Whittaker, they had to increase the fucking time limit by an extra hour to give Khamzat time to weigh in because he was struggling to make weight still. He's a big dude. He's a big fucking dude. So, I don't know about this one. Maybe. It's an interesting thought, though, because, there's talk of Khamzat being a fucking 3-weight world champion. Or there was anyway, but that was when he was at welterweight. People were saying welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight. Which I could see. I could see him moving up to light heavyweight and beating Alex Pereira. To be honest with you. I could see that happening. I don't think that's not a hot take. But heavyweight, I don't think he'd be the champion by any means, but he beats anyone outside the top 5. Maybe not Jailton Almeida, just because of his size. But I can see why they would think this. I can see. I don't know, though. I don't know about this one. Purely just because of the size difference, But then again, when he was scheduled to fight Paulo Costa, he put a picture on his Twitter, and he was weighing in at 98 kilos. That's heavy. But then can he perform at that? Because his gas tank isn't that good as it is, would it be even better? Would it be even worse with all that weight added on? Probably. That'd have an effect too. So this one's a bit of a tricky one. Like I said, this isn't mine, so don't come at me for this, alright? If you disagree, let me know down below. I think this was Shamil the Meal Deals. Hot take, an OG subscriber. Appreciate you, Shamil. Thank you for that. Alright, we've got this one. So, the usual take is that Khabib was never that good. Khabib's resume shit. Khabib has been, protected, yada, yada, yada. This hot take is that Khabib was that good. So Khabib was that good, and it's the fake hardcores that say that he's not. Now, to an extent, I do agree. I agree with this one. Now, you can't say Khabib was never that good. Did he have a padded record to get to 29-0? Yes, I guess so. Did he fight a lot of cans? Yes, he did. And people go, his only top wins were Conor, Poirier, and Gaethje. Like, they're bad wins. They're not bad wins. Like, Poirier's Poirier's just fought again for the title and did really well against Makhachev. He did really well against Makhachev. Makhachev. Before that, he knocked out Benoit Saint-Denis, the next hot prospect in the light heavyweight division. And he beat Gaethje, who just beat the shit out of Tony Ferguson. He was on a fucking massive win streak. And then he beat Conor McGregor, who, up until that point, was the fucking man, bro. The double champ. Conor was the hottest thing in the UFC, and he was on top at that point. Like, yeah, he never defended his belts. But what the fuck? I don't know why my camera does that. Sorry about that. This was when Conor came back from fighting Floyd Mayweather. Conor was still, that was when Conor was still kind of in the game. So you can't be like, well, his only good wins are Conor, Dustin, and Gaethje, because they're not fucking bad wins. And he dominated all three of them. Conor was the only one to win a round. I'm pretty sure. Like, everyone else, it was. Conor was the only one out of those three to win one round against him. He dominated all three of them with ease. He knocked Conor down, for fuck's sake, with a punch. And made light work of Poirier, light work of Gaethje, after Gaethje just beat the shit out of Ferguson. I agree with this take. Khabib was good. He was very, very good. Although his record wasn't the best in terms of name value. Towards the end of his career, yes. Did he retire too early? I think so. But he didn't want to fight without his dad being there, which I can respect. But this whole, I agree, the fake hardcore take of Khabib was never even good, guys. It's just not true at all. Khabib was good. He was very good. And I can't remember who gave me this one. So if it was you, whoever's what, if you're watching, leave me a comment. Let me know that it was you that gave me this one. Now, Benoit Saint-Denis. This was left by Ricky Blitz. So this take goes as follows. Benoit Saint-Denis isn't washed. He's just had a couple of bad performances, which I can see because let's go over it. So people think, so when Benoit lost to Poirier, people went, fraud checked, absolute fraud. What a fraud check by Poirier. Poirier's good. Poirier's a great fighter. He's never not been good. He's always been good. He's been at the top of the light heavyweight division for fucking ages now. You're saying that anyone that loses to Poirier is a fraud? I don't think so. And you have to remember, Benoit came into that fight with staph infection. And in the first round, Benoit was actually piecing up Poirier a little bit. Is he a fraud? I don't think so. Now you look at the Moicano fight. Yeah, he got fucked up by Moicano. But again, Moicano is not bad. He's not Moicano's good, man. I'm picking Moicano to beat Dariush by round 2 TKO. Same thing he did to Benoit, pretty much. But do I think that Benoit is washed or a fraud, or do I think he just had a couple of bad performances? I think Benoit could bounce back. I think he could bounce back easily. I don't think losing to Poirier with staph infection after piecing him up a little bit in the first round makes you a fraud. I think it just means that you came into a fight with staph infection and you did really well in the first round, and then you got pieced up in the second. That's just how it is. Poirier's good. He's always been good. He's just fucking gave Makhachev one of his hardest fights, one of his toughest matchups. Obviously, Poirier's good, and so is Moicano. Now, he's not a fraud. It's just these guys are better. Will he ever make top 5? Probably not. Top 10? Maybe. I don't think he'll be champ. I don't think he'll have a fight for the belt. I could be wrong. But this doesn't mean that he's a fraud or he's washed or he's this or he's that. I do think he's just had a couple of bad performances. I really do. So I'm with you on that one, Ricky. But let's not fucking show me up now, Benoit, and just go on to lose all your fights from here on out. Let's win your next one. Let's win your next fight and prove everyone that you're still here. All right, that you're still here to fight. Now, last one. Ilia Topuria. Now, this is a hot one. Ilia Topuria's resume isn't that good. This isn't mine. This isn't my hot take. And I disagree with it. I disagree. Now, the only reason I disagree with this, and the other half of this hot take, sorry, I'm going to add a bit of context. He said, I can't remember who it was. Again, my memory's terrible. Let me know if this is your hot take. To put into context, if you look at where Volk and Max were if you look at where Max and Volk were in their careers when Ilia Topuria beat them, that's why his resume isn't that good. Let me just say this, right? With Volk was the champ. And I know that he just came off a knockout loss to Islam. Okay, but let's just give some context to that, okay? Now, I'm not trying to take away that win from Islam. It was a great, great win. Head kick KO, fucking unbelievable. He went to war with Makhachev in the first fight. Very, very close fight. Could have gone either way, in my opinion. I think Islam beat him, but it could have gone either way. That fight was unbelievably close. Volk did really well. He then went out and beat Yair Rodriguez straight after. And he then took a short notice Islam Makhachev fight. I don't think it's so much the point of where Volk was in his career. I think it's more the choices Volk made leading up to this fight with Ilia Topuria. Because from the last Islam fight to the Topuria fight, it wasn't like a super, like he didn't have like a long rest, if you know what I mean. Like it wasn't like a crazy quick turnaround, but it wasn't like he didn't have any time to really recover from that KO. And that short notice Islam fight, yes, it's still Volkanovski. It's still a great win on Islam's record. Volk twice, unbelievable. Let's not sit here and pretend like that was like, you know, Volk with a fucking decent bulk up, a decent training camp, because he didn't have fucking anything, really. He really didn't have anything going into that fight. And going into this fight with Ilia, it's Volk, like one of the probably the greatest featherweight of all time, and it's like he lost to Makhachev twice, and that is it. Yeah, nasty KO in round. I can't remember what round it was. Round 2, I think. My memory's not that great, all right. But all I know is he got head kick KO'd by Islam on short notice. Volk looked ploddy in there. He looked plodgy. He looked a bit pudgy. He looked a bit fat, all right. Not a proper bulk up. Not a proper training camp. Not ideal situation. Short notice. Obviously, he's going to take it because it's Volk. But it isn't like Volk was washed. It's just that it was a very silly choice by Volk to step in. Now, do I think that the Ilia Topuria fight would have gone any differently if Volk didn't get knocked out by Islam? No. I would still thought Ilia Topuria would have beat him by KO. I think that wouldn't have changed. But I think that win's fucking brilliant. And Max Holloway, bro, came off one of his career best performances against Justin Gaethje. And I know it's Justin Gaethje, and he's kind of like on the way out too. But outside of Volk and Ilia, who has Max really lost to recently at featherweight? No one. Literally nobody. Literally nobody. He's not like Max is washed. He just fucking went 5 rounds with fucking Gaethje. Well, not just, but he went 5 rounds with Gaethje, pieced him up for all 5, and then sparked the dude out in the last second. Like, he's not washed either. He's not washed either. So to beat Volk and Max in the same year, that to me, having that on your resume, is amazing. In my opinion. You may disagree, that's fine, but I think that's fantastic. That is probably the 2 best back-to-back wins that I can think of in recent memory, maybe ever. Let me know 2 more back-to-back wins that you think are better than the featherweight GOAT and probably one of the best featherweights of all time. Please let me know, because I'd like to know. So let's go over the subscriber hot takes. Khamzat Chimaev beats any heavyweight outside the top 5. Khabib was that good. Yes, his resume wasn't, like, top to bottom wasn't great, but he was a good fighter, a very good fighter. I agree. BSD is not washed. He's not a fraud. He just had a couple of bad performances. And Ilia Topuria's resume isn't that good. Let me know what you guys think about all those hot takes in the comments below. Give me some of your hot takes as well, and I might do a part 2 if this video does well. I need to get content up until the next UFC card, because it's a fucking mile off. But yeah, let me know your hot takes. Let me know what you think about these hot takes. And yeah, that's it. So like and subscribe. My links are down below. And until next time, I'll see you in a bit.